Hello, welcome back. This is video number 2. For those of you who watched yesterday's video, I will start off by apologising for that awful rattling noise that was going off at the end of the video when I was driving. I spent ages trying to figure out what it was. I looked everywhere, I was tapping things, the lot, and it turns out it was a deodorant can in my glove box. So, I apologise. We've got no awful rattling noises today, yet. So today's video is going to be about the ST-3. Why the ST-3? Why not the lower spec models? Why not a Corsa VXR or a Golf or something like that? When I first started looking at Fiestas, I looked at all different colours, all different types. I looked at obviously the base models, they were a bit cheaper. I looked at what they had in comparison. Just a normal ST just had cloth interior, it didn't have any sat nav, it didn't have any cruise control, no parking sensors, nothing like that. But I thought that for the price difference, you might as well just go ahead and get the one that's got everything. There was about £2 difference on average between the ones that had everything and the ones that had bare minimum. Might as well have one that's got everything if you can, eh? So the ST-3 for me was just the better option. Had everything I wanted. I knew that I wasn't going to regret it, whereas if I got the ST2 that was missing a couple of bits, I knew that I was going to regret it. I knew that if I got the standard ST, I was going to regret it. So I thought, fuck it, we'll go all out. We'll get the one that's got everything, and then later on we can't wish, oh, I wish I got the one with parking sensors, or I wish I got one with sat nav and whatnot. Fully stand by that decision. Do not regret it one bit. It's brilliant. All the added extra bits work perfectly, and as I said yesterday, they just make it that little bit more, I don't know, interesting. Like, you know that you got them. Don't necessarily always use them, but you know that if you need them, they're always there. You've always got them there to use. So why not the Corsa VXR or a Golf or a Polo? I absolutely hate Vauxhalls with a passion. I think they're poorly made. I think the stereotype that comes along with them isn't great. I just think they're shit. I'm sorry to anyone that loves Vauxhalls. You're probably on the wrong channel if you do. But no, they're not for me. I don't enjoy the look of them. I think that they're boring. They don't have any like aggressive angles, especially the newer shape Corsa VXRs. I think they look horrible. I don't know what's with that front end. It just looks like it's been cut short and punching nose. Like, it all looks very stubby. It looks like they're trying too hard to make it look edgy. Not for me. The Fiestas just look a lot more aggressive. I wasn't a big fan of Mark 6. There are a couple that I follow on Instagram and whatnot that have made some real effort, and they look really smart, and I like them. I owned a Mark 6 ST. Personally thought it was a gutless bag of shit. I don't enjoy the Mark 8. I think the front of them are nice. Back end completely lets it down. I don't know what they were thinking. Doesn't fit in with the rest of the like Fiesta sort of vibe, really. It's just bland, it's boring. It's something that your nan would go, oh, look at the back of that, and you'd go, oh, yes, nan. Why not a Polo or a Golf? Polos, I don't mind them. The newer shape ones, they're pretty aggressive looking, but I think they're just a little bit too expensive for what you get. You have to spend a real decent amount of money to get a decent spec GTI. I think they look really smart on the inside, but they're not quite as sporty. You're sat up a little bit too much. It's a little bit bolt upright in the Polos, I think, and you're a little bit too far forward. I think the thing with Polos is they're all very compact. You know, being like the Golf's little brother, I think they've condensed it a little bit too much. And there's a lot going on, but it all feels to me like it's a lot going on in spaces a little bit too small. When it comes to the Golfs, don't get me wrong, I would absolutely adore a Mark 7 GTI. In a heartbeat, I'd have one, or a Golf R. Flappy paddles, DSG. I love them. I'll always have a soft spot for them, and I'll always want one. But I refuse to spend 20 odd grand on a car that is only going to depreciate. Maybe one day when they go down in price, I might buy one, but for the time being, I did look at Mark 7 GTIs. But once again, if you want a high spec one, if you want one with little gadgets and whatnot, you are spending a monumental amount of money, which you are only going to lose. When it comes to other hatchbacks, I don't really enjoy the Mercedes A-classes. They're not really for me. I dabbled with the idea of a newer Seat Ibiza, but I don't think that the options like the FR and whatnot, I don't think you really get a lot for your money there either. And when it comes to Audis, straight up couldn't afford a decent one. I've had a couple of people ask me why not a Focus. I've got a soft spot for Focuses. I do enjoy Focuses. Would I own one? No. Purely just because that 2.5 litre engine is thirsty. It's expensive on insurance, it's really expensive on tax, and if anything does go wrong on them, they end up ramping up money to fix. I don't feel like they've got a whole lot of individuality. Wow, that was close. I dabbled with the idea of bigger cars for a bit. I had that BMW 325 E46. It was a decent car. Miles per gallon were about 18. Broke my heart, broke the bank. Didn't really enjoy driving around something that big. It handled well, but it still felt a little bit like I was driving around in a school bus. I think I will forever be a hatchback guy. I think it'd take a lot to get me away from little sporty cars that you can just chuck around ends. Like 120 grand for a top spec Audi i6. I think that's what would get me off of hot hatches. I don't think there's anything better than being a little hatchback. You don't really have to worry too much about back end kicking out. You don't really have to worry too much about understeer if you know what you're doing. Who doesn't love chucking themselves around back roads in a little noisy car? I live in Derbyshire, northeast Derbyshire. It's definitely a good spot for people that like to drive. The roads from Alfreton to Buxton are incredible. Sometimes I just get bored and I just drive them. Literally, I'll drive to Buxton and back. I was born and raised on the south coast, in a shitty little town called Worthing, just up the road from Brighton. The car scene down there, I couldn't speak for it nowadays, because I quite honestly don't know. But when I lived down there, it was pretty dead, and the car scene up here is completely different. I think it's got a lot to do with like economy. The economy is night and day between the Midlands and the south coast. You can afford a lot nicer stuff up here, which I think has got a lot to do with it. So yeah, this has just been a quick one, just to explain why I chose this car. Answer a few questions that people have asked about why I didn't pick competitive hatchbacks like the Corsas and the Golfs and whatnot. I think the next video is probably going to be me walking around my car, showing you maybe what I like and dislike about my car personally, bits that I want to change, bits that annoy me. There are a few little niggly bits that I eventually want to get sorted. Just bear with me. I'm going to do my best. I'm going to try and stop saying in every other word 12 times a sentence. Yeah, it'd be a massive help if you could let me know what you want to see, because it makes it easier for me if I know that people are going to enjoy what they're watching. At the minute I'm kind of just going for it and hoping that you guys enjoy it. So yeah, thanks for watching my video. Like and subscribe, and yeah, let me know.